Hey YouTubers, fellow cryptocurrency fiends. I think that's the name of a channel actually, shouldn't say that. But anyway, this is coinpicker.us. Let me just do the gratuitous coinpicker.us plug really quickly here. So this is my website. Go and sign up for the top 10 list of moving coins, which I automatically generate every few minutes really. And these are the coins that if you want to day trade, they're great, or if you want to go for slightly longer trades, these are coins that are on the move versus coins that are definitely dropping like a rock, plus coins that are in a stable position, which I don't even know if we have any of those right now. Yeah, here we go. Some coins that are sort of holding their own, sort of like Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. But anyway, that's coinpicker.us. Go there, take a look at it. Today, I'm going to tell you how to find your own red hot coins. Now, I spent hours and hours and hours searching. That's how I found Viewly, which has been one of the best performers of the past couple of days. Almost nobody was talking about it. I didn't see any other YouTube channels. I picked it out. Hopefully a few of you, like the 3 people that were watching my videos, jumped on it, and you're now sitting on 4 or 5x returns. Importantly, you're sitting on those in a down market. What happens in a down market is that it's much more challenging to make money, because instead of when you're in this kind of a market, you throw a dart at the wall and you're going to land on something that's rising in value. When we are in this kind of a market, or in general this trend right here, where we're losing Bitcoin to fiat traded volume, we're losing market volume, yes, you can still make a lot of money. We can all still make a lot of money. It's just that it requires more work, more knowledge, more skill, and more indicators to determine when to buy in and when to sell out, and what vehicles to choose, in terms of vehicle being the coin project. That's how I found Viewly. It's how I found Metablock, which I also told about, which went up almost immediately after I produced my video. Metablock went up double, and it's still doing pretty well. Viewly went up 4 or 5 times actually. I think I talked about it at 0.27, 0.3. It went up to 0.12 today, and I'm talking actually in pennies. So what was it, 3 cents, 3.5 cents, went up to 12 cents in a couple of days in a down market. Now, how do I find them, and what tools do I use? Well, I'm going to show you some of them. For one thing, I always check what the general market is doing, and Bitcoin is one of the main on-ramps, so I check that, and I see we're in a generally downtrending market. I could see, as I mentioned in one of my videos, I could see us hitting the EMA 20 or 50 day, and I think we probably may have already even hit that. If that's the case and we go farther down, there's still money to be made. It's just that you're going to have to, we'll all have to roll our vision down the coin market cap chart. Instead of expecting the big guys to keep running and running the top 10, we'll have to go all the way down the page and even to the next page and deeper and deeper. That's what I did to find Viewly. Viewly was barely even listed. I researched it. I found several others too that may not be doing, in fact, I know one of them is not doing as well today. I found Micro Money that I really like. Yeah, it's not doing as well today, but I still am a buyer of Micro Money. I see that it has a valid case, it's solving a valid problem, that it has a good team in place. The technology is nothing special. It's the Ethereum blockchain, which we know works. So the way that I find the best options is I set up filters. And it's similar to how I created this algorithmic system, which finds the big movers automatically, is I set up filters. For one thing, the 24-hour volume is important. Once you get over, I would say, depending on how much money you're investing, and normally in these smaller issues, we're going to be investing a lot less money. We're not going to dump $100,000 into a coin whose total volume is just $1 million. You become the market at that point, and you will absolutely get crushed because nobody will buy after that. What you want to do is you want to make sure that on the exchange where you are trading, you are a small player so you can get a decent price. So you need a total trading volume. Let's just say you're going to invest $500 or $1,000. I would say if you have a total trading volume and you're on the major exchange for that coin, meaning the one that's getting 80% of the business, which is often how it works. Like take a look at Utrust. Let's see what the market looks like on Utrust. Okay, well, this is getting 70%. So if you're on KuCoin and it's a $2 million volume for the BTC pair, you have no problem trading $500 to $1,000. You'll be okay. However, if you were on Ether Delta, you wouldn't be okay. You would be the market. So, and Ether Delta, of course, is a royal pain in the rear. So what I'll do as my selection method is I will go to the all market cap. Very often I'll do this. I'll go to the all market cap, oriented towards trading volume, or, well, obviously it's already by default towards market cap and trading volume. I'll jump off that first page. I might even go to a view all page. Now, when you go to the view all, it takes a while to populate. When you go to the view all page, when you go all the way down to the bottom, you start missing important details. So you might crawl up a little bit farther. While these can be important numbers along the sides here, this last one is what's happened over the past, I don't know, is it 3 weeks, a month, something like that? What is it, 3 days? Okay, 7 days. So that tells you what the particular project is doing over near time. Then it's just hard work. I happen to like projects that aren't priced like Internet of Things, like this one. I like them in the smaller range. Why? Because it's much easier to get a huge pop like this, 0.00367, get a huge 4x return or a 0.65 return. When you're in the smaller range, it's easier to get that. Of course, it's also easier to get whipsawed. Then you take a look at the project itself, and I look at where it's been and what the trend is right now. And generally, I only look at the BTC price. Why is that? Because that's the only way I can trade in and out. I can't trade directly to US dollars or fiat currencies. If you're watching this internationally, that's not the case for you. A lot of you can trade directly to yen or euro, things like that. We're in a police state, the United States, and we can't trade directly to US dollars very easily. So I only read the BTC chart. This tells me that it's on a nice uptrend. It was way overvalued here at that point. It doesn't have very good markets. So that means that, and it's trading at a trivial volume, so you buy $10 or whatever. But that means that if this were a legitimate coin, and I'll bet you 10 to 1 it is not. Let's see what it is. Pink Dog. Do they even have a website? Is becoming a real question. They may not have a website. Okay, so this thing's dead in the water. Let's see what it does. It's doing socially. Yeah, dead in the water. Okay, so Pink Dog was a good example to indicate you don't want to trade just because it's cheap. You want to trade when you find a viable project that is maintaining a social presence, has a reasonable website with a roadmap. I require a roadmap, white paper as well. I'll often take a quick look at it. You don't have to read the entire thing, but it wouldn't hurt you. Like, let's take a look at an example at Hyper. I think Hyper is legitimate. It's also at a low price, and the volume is ridiculously low, so that's a bit frightening, but maybe Ether Delta is their market. Let's see here. Yobit. Yeah, it's too low volume. That's too low volume. It must be dead socially. I'll bet you it is. No, it's actually alive. Let's see what it says. December 5th. Not that alive. Not that alive, but it definitely has something going on. Maybe worth a look later on, but at this point it's too cheap, or it's too low market cap to really bother with. But a lot of these that have question marks, in fact, do have markets going on. Bewley had a question mark. Okay, so I check into them. I go one by one by one. It's dead in the water. It's had some pumps. Let's see if it's got a social presence. In fact, it does not. It's been dead for a year, more or less. And the market's Yobit, not trading much at all. So the first thing to check is the social. Once you check the social, then you go to the market, see where it's trading. I like it when I find a coin that is socially active and isn't traded many places. Ether Delta is the worst, but if it's like, I think Bewley was traded on Ether Delta and BitZ, but others are similar to that. They're traded very few places. What that means is you're almost certainly going to get a pop if they're maintaining any momentum when it jumps onto a main coin. And I mean a huge pop. It could be enough to just sell it right then and there and be done with it if you want to. But these are some of the processes. Now, as far as technical indicators go, CoinMarketCap doesn't have them, not to any serious extent. I use my own technical indicators if they happen to be listed on Bittrex or something like that. Very often the smaller ones are not. I will, like Viewly is one I've talked a lot about. I always make sure I check what's going on here, and I will find the exchange that it's on. For instance, I was just on bitzee.com checking out Viewly's chart. And Viewly's chart was telling me that it may be dropping somewhat now. I'm a continual buyer of Viewly, but I check out the technical analysis chart. I don't want to go into that right now, but that is the last thing I do prior to buying. And it's the key thing. It tells me, hey, wait a minute, don't buy now, let it drop, or get in right now because it's poised to jump. It's exactly what I did on Viewly. It's what I did on Metablock. It's what I've done on several. CoinLancer, CoinLancer is in an accumulation phase, I think, and will probably at some point gather some steam. I'll keep monitoring. But this is the first part of my method. In order to qualify even a coin, to qualify whether or not a coin is even worth running through technical analysis for buy and sell points, I go through this phase first. And of course, I spent a lot more time. Like when I was on Viewly, I think it's viewly.io. No, that may be their actual site. Is that the site or is that the one that tells? Yeah, that's the site. Let's see if it takes you to Viewly, the project. Yeah, well, this is the actual site of Viewly, but Viewly's project page, which you would find by going to CoinMarketCap here. Let's do it. I want to show an example really quickly of what a well-done page looks like. And this was a tiny project. When I found it, nothing was going on with it for the most part. So it's dropped a little bit. Fine, it's still well on the profit. Okay, so nope, that's not what we want. I guess it's website 2, Viewly.com. Okay. Very nice, professionally executed, clearly stated objectives. They knew exactly what they're going for. They have a nice team in place, a sufficient team. I don't know any of these people personally, but it's sufficient, and the advisory board to move. And they have a roadmap that's clearly defined, not as clearly defined as BitBay, which I happen to like a lot. And it's just entirely well done. And they have a product. It's not vaporware. It's a good product. It works fine. I just registered for it. So that's why I said I'm in. Nobody's talking about it. I'm in. I've checked the analysis. It's a decent time to buy. It's at a low market cap. It's not on many exchanges, so I know I'm going to get an exchange pop. And when it jumped onto OKEX, massive exchange pop. That's when it went 4x. And it will continue to do that, I think. Also, they've signed up 250,000 people on their platform. They are beginning to become a legitimate player in the YouTube market space. And YouTube is a $27 to $30 billion operation. If Viewly gets just a 1% slice of that, let's see what the total market cap of Viewly is right now. They're not even measuring it, okay? It's trivial right now. Well, we can actually conclude it's a $100 million market cap. I don't know why they're not calculating it. At 10 cents, it's a $100 million market cap. That's really nice. However, considering the market that it's going after is a $27 billion market cap, I could see this going to half a billion or $1 billion or more in the not too distant future. So very exciting potential ahead for Viewly. Metablock, kind of the same thing, although it's already gotten to the $500 million mark, so I don't expect it to climb quite as fast. Hopefully this has been helpful for everyone. Once again, go to coinpicker.us, shameless plug, coinpicker.us, sign up on my list. You'll start getting some lists of coins that I've selected, and you'll also get an opportunity to use the indicators that I've got here, which are really wonderful, especially for day traders. I mean, you basically buy a top performing indicator when you first find it and sell it once it gets to the hold position. That's how you would do it. Very, very rapid method of picking winners. And it's done all automatically for you. And I will also give people access to trading bots that I have created for price, obviously. So thanks again, everybody. We'll talk with you probably tomorrow.